talkSPORT Clips of the Week.
Well, not really. They were the clips of the week in September 2007. As we've been telling you, some old mini-discs emerged in the move to the new premises a year or so, and we've just not got round to doing anything about them. But amidst the virus...
there must be a lot of them, though. I didn't know they went up to 2007.
Yeah.
We've gone back to 2003, we've had 2006.
So these have been digitised,
Lovely.
allowing us to bring them to you again off these old mini-discs. And we've not heard them since 2007, so we're looking forward to it, especially as the Prime Minister, then an occasional stand-in for the great James Whale, is part of this today. So anyway, off we go. We kick off with Andy Townsend and Mike Parry previewing the 2007 Rugby World Cup with their old mate Rhodri Williams.
It's going to be a great World Cup. I think it's going to be one of the most exciting... Well, it is going to be the most exciting World Cup since it first started in 1987, because I think there are more teams now who really believe they can make the quarter-final spots, whereas years ago, some of the smaller nations would have looked at it and thought, well, you know, if we can win a game, it'll be fine. Yeah. But, you know, the likes of Fiji, who are now much better at the 15-man game, Canada can be strong. We'll be looking at certain games and thinking...
Fantastic strides, Canada.
He hasn't got a clue, Rhodri, has he?
Absolutely not.
Andy Townsend speaking for the nation. He hasn't got a clue, has he?
Yes, it was Parry's best.
Absolutely brilliant. Okay.
Here's our Prime Minister, Boris Johnson.
Yeah, that one.
Standing in for James Whale, the great James Whale, setting up the main subject of the show.
Hi, good evening. It's Boris Johnson, and I'm standing in here for James Whale on the talkSPORT James Whale Show. I'm the third guest presenter to take over this week, and it's a great joy and honour to be here. Now, our first subject is a very difficult and controversial subject. You may have heard us talking about it just now. We're talking about the huge problem.
On 1089 and 1053 AM.
There we are.
He's a great ad-libber, isn't he?
It was tremendous. Yeah, not much has changed. Later in the show, Boris couldn't work out why nobody had called in yet.
Is anybody ringing in yet? They don't seem to be doing that. Listen, because there's a mass apathy out there. Get off your couches and ring in.
Give out the number.
Give out a number, yeah. A very good idea. We've got to give out a number. Let me give you the number you've got to call. Where's the number?
It's there, down there, look.
07... Yeah. What do you mean? What is it? 08717 223344.
Oh yes, Prime Minister now.
For goodness sake. How did he get
running the country?
Honestly, Ash, brilliant there, wasn't he?
Ash was having none of it, was it? Wouldn't be any different. He should have Ash as in the cabinet.
Cummings.
Yeah, it'd be fantastic. Ash would be brilliant.
Does he get his coat on?
Yeah. Certainly far more laid back in the old cabinet meetings, wouldn't they? Anyway, back to Mike Parry now.
Knowledge is a powerful weapon, and those who do not have knowledge feel that they have been pushed out of society into the dark reaches of ignoramus land. Ignoramy land.
Oh, of course, ignoramus land, you of course, ignorany land. Yeah.
Staying with Mr. Parry. Mr. Brazil must have been on holiday. Staying with Mr. Parry, here he is with another of his hot takes.
The dead aren't actually affected by death, apart from the fact that they've lost their life, if you see what I mean.
So he knows that's a clip.
That kind of incredible original thinking is still available, we should point out, every weekend, every Saturday on Talk Radio for 2 hours. He's bonkers.
5:30.
Anyway,
Saturday.
5:30, there you go. Some sports news now that had England fans worried ahead of the crucial 2008 European Championship qualifiers.
England coach Steve McLaren's being forced to wait on the outcome of the thigh injury that he picked up in training yesterday.
Didn't stop him standing up holding that umbrella. That's Lindsay Hooper, isn't it? Lindsay, I think it is.
It may well be.
Yeah, it sounded like it.
Yeah, I think you're doing a good spot there.
Sports show. I could be wrong, but there we are.
No, I think you're right. Here's a guess to Keith Arthur's Fisherman's Blues.
A bloke I know told me that he was on a stretch of water and a pole came down there and killed a 9-pound barbel, chopped his head clean off.
Blimey. Fish decapitation.
That's a bit
wow, not about that. Blimey. So, is it me? I think it is.
That was a bit politically incorrect, number 7.
To Alan Brazil now, making his French guest feel welcome.
What about the French? Let's cross over now, and let's say a very good morning to RMC radio chief, rugby broadcaster Laurent Dupree. Laurent, good morning.
Good morning, morning. Welcome to France.
I love France, Laurent. Meribel, Courcheval, très bon. Beautiful.
Beautiful. Was he Laurent? Was he Lorraine? Or was he Laurent? Or was he Laurent? I've got no idea. We didn't listen to the whole interview.
Staying with Big Al, and it turns out he does struggle with those English names.
Why on earth didn't England manager, back to the emails, pick Villa's Bongla... Well, I can't even say his name right. Gabriel Bongalore.
He'll be chuffed, won't he, Gabby? He's on the station quite a lot.
Yeah, I hope he does breakfast with Alan. Worth a few clips.
Did we have one with Alan the other week? Not being able to say. Nothing's changed, has it, really? Back to Andy Townsend during a paper review, and we think this might be the exact definition of it's like getting blood from a stone.
Also, looking at the pull-out in the paper today, Score, you got everything covered there from front to back, yes?
Yep.
Cheers, mate. Yeah, thanks. Everything's covered. Feel free to expand on it and sell a few copies of your paper.
It's Lisa O'Sullivan now, with news of an Arsenal goal.
Arsenal have the lead against Portsmouth at the Emirates Stadium. Emmanuel Adebayor putting them ahead after a penalty with a spot kick from the penalty spot.
Well, that's the best place to take him from. Really, best place to take him from. You're pushing your luck otherwise. And finally, Graham Beecroft chatting to his co-host Alan Brazil.
Does he? He's not slow coming forward the old dough. I'm up in
Where was he? Buffalo Joe's or something?
Well, he was in a couple of them. The Blue Bimbo.
The Blue what?
The Blue Bimbo.
What's a bimbo?
Oh, blue. Oh, no, is it the Blue Bamboo? Sorry.
Not the Blue Bimbo.
The Blue Bimbos at Blue Bamboo. So there we are. September 2007. Yeah.